leaving one player at the wheel, the mouse. Who does the clicking? Who decides? It's a big mark of trust, and I'm not sure I usually trust Naviu to make great decisions, but he is anyway as that ace match player.
He knows how to shop for shorts and anime and how to turn his stream on.
Virtual waifus.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know, so he's made some tough decisions in his life. I might be okay with him doing the clicking of the mouse.
All right, Ting Tong representing New Zealand in there in that ace match, but we had a chance to catch up with Naviu to talk to him about the Hearthstone Global Games.
Good day, mates. Naviu here, and 2 right, Australia will win the Global Games. The communication aspect of Global Games is definitely the part we've had the most trouble with. Just being on the same page each turn and having each player try and articulate what they want to do on any given turn is proving a struggle. There's a couple Australians thrown in here and there, and maybe that's why our communication's been lacking. Maybe it's your turn, and no one's letting you talk, even though it's your turn. And then you go, "Come on, guys! Like, give me a fair shake of the sauce bottle. Give me a fair go." But I like to think we speak, English. Jowan or Akmaker is probably the one I'm closest with. Known him for quite a long time. He's really good mechanical and also good at theory crafting. His strengths are mainly his rogue and just any combo-based deck. Ender is probably the aggro player on our team. He's definitely played the most, aggro druid, aggro shaman, zoo, warlock, just those sort of decks.
Part because Muzzy did, of course, end up winning the tournament undefeated with Miracle Rogue in his lineup, but some other players were having pretty good luck with it as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if either of these players wanted to switch things up a little bit. Australia hasn't been having the best results, so maybe it's in part due to their communication, like Naviu was saying. Maybe part of it is as a result of their lineup. So maybe some Miracle Rogues, but yeah, Quest Rogue, it's hard to deny that it's just a really strong deck.
Right, we did have Amnesiac talking to us, I believe, a couple weeks back, saying there's value, and that group is just wide open.
Yeah, sitting at 3-1, it's very likely that Russia will make it through, but on the off chance that, for instance, New Zealand does beat Austria and then beat...
They have to beat Australia and then Russia.
Oh, yes, Australia and then Russia. Then if Russia loses and then somebody else wins, then yes, there is a chance that Russia is not safe, but it is a very outside chance. So here we have game number 2. It's going to be Ender and Pathra. Pathra, obviously, a great streamer and player. She's been playing a lot of Shaman and Hunter lately, and I think she does have the Hunter class represented today.
Right, she actually has 4 top 200 finishes on ranked play. So, she does stream, but she's also a very high caliber player. Generally, instead of doing a lot of the innovating and deck building, she's more content to kind of see how things shake out and play the strongest decks as built by other players. But I got to give a call out in talking to her. She really has done a great job managing the New Zealand team. She's very much kind of running the show in terms of, okay, team, here's what we're doing. These are the decks we're all playing. Who wants to play what? So shout out to her. Ender. This is interesting to me. Ender's on Paladin. Ender's Paladin list, the hyper-aggressive Murloc Paladin with Grimscale Chum, Grimscale Oracle, designed to just beat up mages, as mages kind of rose in popularity on the ladder. This deck he built, I believe, was a top 10 finish this past month, or just recently. So I'm curious to see if that factors in, if that's going to be the Paladin deck he's playing, or if it's going to be something a little bit more kind of accepted as normal, which is, you have the early game Murloc package, but the deck actually tails out around Ragnaros Lightlord, Tyrion Fordring, Sunkeeper Tarim, Spiker. We got this.
You got, Mama Roo.
Oh, it has a little baby. I didn't. It's actually
Congratulations, Rob. You're a mother.
Finally. Roberta's a mom. All right,
I knew this day would come.
One more win needed for Australia to go through this. Now, if Australia wins out here, they have to play Austria as their final matchup. So still work they have to do, but this buys them daylight.
It does.
Now,
it is the light at the end of the very long tunnel.
Now, if Australia wins this, but they lose to Austria, Austria's in a great position. So, Austria's sitting back. It's probably way past their bedtime, but they're watching. They're thinking, okay, come on, Australia, just win. Just beat New Zealand. New Zealand has already beaten Austria, so Austria does not want to see New Zealand win.
Wife Coach is hanging out with Life Coach. He's playing some other card games. She's just watching and hoping that Australia takes this one. But it's going to be tough for New Zealand to come back.
Well, I think in a format like this, obviously because it's a 9-deck format and you have to bring all the classes, it's certainly a little more forgiving than maybe some of maybe like last Hero Stand. Well, not even, I guess more Conquest would be. Conquest is not super forgiving generally if you fall down the 2-0 because that last curve. I mean, you get to see him all the time in Wild.
I do, but I I have been resolute in the fact that I am going to play more Standard this month than I did last month. I was playing some Gunther Mage this morning. Maybe I'll play some Aggro Druid.
I will fight.
All right,
You never know.
we're not actually
Maybe
going to
I'll
see
play
Aggro
Jade Druid.
Yeah.
You never know.
Jade Druid, both of the Druid archetypes right now are incredibly powerful just for very different... No.
You're a secret agent.
We don't talk
You're
about
coming
that.
through. You're discovering cards, and in the meantime, you're solving crime. Dragon on dragon crime is a terrible thing to see, Rob.
I guess the only way this works in my headcanon is if there's like the Law and Order, like dun dun,
Dun dun.
Yeah.
Dun dun.
and then it's like
Dun, dun,
Stranglethorn
dun,
board,
dun.
June
Dragon
1st.
Operative.
Yeah, I'd watch that. It's a pretty good show. Could definitely be an anime. Don't know about a live action show there, but
Maybe we can ask
Navi
Navi if he wins. If he loses, we probably shouldn't ask him. Brawl or bust, buddy.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the opportunity to get 2 draws off the battle rage here, and yeah, it's got to be Brawl.
Drake was 1 card off.
We see Navi just go ahead and accept his fate, and that's going to be it. New Zealand going to go ahead and turn this one around and win 3-2.
I mean, we said it. It's certainly not impossible to get the reverse. We've seen quite a few of them in the Hearthstone Global Games, and now we have yet another. So if our calculations were correct, Rob, that means that Australia is now mathematically eliminated from making it to stage 2 of the Hearthstone Global Games. New Zealand, however, going up to a 3-1.
Paladin, it's so strong. We have a good matchup later, which was the priest against. We were thinking their warrior was pirate because it was matched up against their Jade Druid, but it was taunt warrior. But good thing our priest. Oh, that game was so intense. The priest versus the taunt warrior. But good thing we came out on top.
Turns out.